Okay. And what happened the day you killed Man Man? I was on second and prayer. Gregory Stewart pulled up in a car, and what kind of car did he come in? A white Crown Vic. All right. And what happened next? I seen AD running to go get in the car with the gun. So I stopped him and I asked him. I told him to let me go. All right. Well, who was Gregory Stewart with? T-Red, T-Bone, and McCoy. Did you see T-Red and Rabbit together a lot? Yes. Okay. How often would you see them together? All the time. And you said you saw AD running in the car. Did you know what was about to go down? No. Okay. All right. Well, did you walk over there and ask what was happening? Yes. All right. And what did you say? What did you specifically say? When I seen him jumping in the car, I asked him where he was going. They told me they were looking. We were going to kill Man Man. So I asked him to give me the gun and let me go with them. Okay. Why did you do that? Because I knew he wanted to kill me by me making that statement on him. Man Man? Yeah. Okay. And did AD give you the gun? Yes. Who else? Did you get in the Crown Vic? I think everybody else was already in there. Okay. And who was in the car? Me, McCoy, T-Red, T-Bone, and Gregory Stewart. Did you see any guns in the car? Yes. What gun did AD give you? AD gave me a handgun. Okay. All right. And when you got in the car, how many guns were in the car, do you think? 4. Do you remember who was driving? Not at that time. Okay. What did you all do next? When I jumped in the car, we pulled toward the Calliope and went and circled around looking for Man Man, but we didn't see him. So we was headed back on second and prayer, and somebody in the car said, let's go in the east. They think he might be in the east. So we went in the east, and that's where he was at. How did you all get to the east? We drove in the white Crown Vic. Okay. And where did you all stop in the east? Where did we? Where did you all go in the east? At this apartment complex called Georgetown. How did you know to go to the Georgetown apartments? I didn't know. Somebody in the car knew where to go at. Okay. What happened when you got to the Georgetown apartments? We pulled in. We parked for like about a minute or two. And then somebody in the car said, go to the gas station to get something, some cigars or something. So we pulled out of the apartment complex and pulled up to the gas station. Do you remember, was there a gate at the apartment complex? Yes. How did you get in the gate? It was coded. T-Red knew the code, passcode. All right. Then you go to the store. What happens at the store? I signal. Well, I told McCoy to call up somebody who was sitting outside the gas station to come to the car. And why did you want to call somebody to the car? I mean, I didn't want none of us to get out and be seen on camera. And what happened when the guy came to the car? They gave him the money to get whatever they wanted, and then he went in and got it and came back. All right. And what did you all do after that? We pulled back in the apartment complex. All right. Who's in the car at this point? Me, T-Bone, Gregory Stewart, T-Red, and McCoy. All right. How long have you known McCoy Walker at this point? I've been knowing McCoy since a baby. Okay. How long have you been knowing T-Red at this point? Since T-Red was probably like 10, 9, 10. All right. How long have you been knowing T-Bone at this point? Since he was a baby. All right. How long have you known Rabbit at this point? Not that long. Okay. Were you comfortable going with Rabbit? No, sir. All right. So why did you agree to go try and kill Man Man with him? Because McCoy told me that he was cool. Okay. And what does cool mean? That he wouldn't snitch on us if we got jammed up. What was Man Man's reputation? He killed people. All right. After you get the cigar, what happens next? We pulled back in the apartment complex and wait. We waited for like about 5-10 minutes. It wasn't that long. A white Malibu pulled up. All right. What gun do you have at this point? I switched the handgun to the assault rifle. Okay. And who did you switch with? Do you remember? I think I switched with T-Red. No, I switched with McCoy because he was in the front. Okay. And what did McCoy have? He had the rifle at first. Okay. Do you remember who was driving? T-Bone was driving. Okay. And who else was in the back seat with you? It was me, Gregory Stewart, and T-Red. Did T-Red and Rabbit have guns? Yes. All right. Do you know what kind of guns they had? T-Red had a rifle and Stewart had a handgun. All right. And you said you saw a Malibu? Yes. All right. What happened next? Me and McCoy jumped out. He shot first and I shot behind him. All right. Where did McCoy shoot in the car? I don't know if he landed or not. All right. Were you aiming for a particular part of the car? No, sir. Okay. How many times did you shoot? We both fired one shot, and then the car sped past us and ran into a gate. All right. What did you do when it hit the gate? When it hit the gate, I was unjamming my gun because it had been jammed up, and T-Red and Rabbit was shooting already. And what did you do? Once I unjammed my gun, I went toward the car and started shooting. All right. What part of the car were you shooting from? I was at the back, the passenger side, the back of the passenger side. How many times did you shoot? Probably about from 13 to 15 times. Okay. Where was McCoy Walker? McCoy Walker and Gregory Stewart was in the front of the car. And where was T-Red? T-Red was on the side of me. Where was T-Bone while all this was going on? Sitting in the car. How long did you all keep shooting? It lasted like about 2 to 3 minutes, I think. What did you do after you were done shooting? We jumped in the car and pulled off. All right. How many people did you see in the car? 2. Okay. Did you know they were dead? When we pulled off, yes. How did you know they were dead? Because we shot a lot of times. Okay. When you all got back in the car, what did you all do? Jumped in the car. We pulled out of the apartment and headed toward the 9th Ward. And where in the 9th Ward did you all go? By Breezy House. And what did you do with the car? We pulled it in the back of an apartment complex, pulled it in the back, and jumped out. What did you do with the guns? We gave them to Gregory and he stashed them. Where did you all go after he stashed the guns? We hopped the gate and went by Brother. Did you see Daryl Franklin out there? Yes, he was out there. Did you tell him what happened? Yes. All right. On the ride back, did you know who had been with Man Man? No. Did anyone speculate about who had been with Man Man? McCoy said it was Renetta, but me and T-Red was saying it wasn't. All right. Why didn't you think it was? I mean, why? I don't know. I just thought, I didn't know they was dealing. I didn't know it was a female. I never knew it was a female in the car. Did you know Magnolia Shorty? Yes. All right. How did you know her? I went to school with her. Were you friends with her? Yeah, she was cool. When did you learn you had just killed Magnolia Shorty? Like, later on that day. Like, that night. What did you tell McCoy when you found out it was Magnolia Shorty? I mean, I told him not to say anything. All right. Would you recognize photos from that scene if I showed it to you? Yes. Okay. I'm going to publish Exhibit 180. Is this the car you were shooting? Yes. And you were standing behind it? Yes. How close to the car did you get? I wasn't that close up on it. All right. Does this look like the apartment complex? Correct. All right. Do you know where Rabbit and McCoy Walker were standing? I wasn't watching them. They was in the front. Okay. And what type of gun were you shooting that day? An assault rifle. Do you know what type of bullets it shot? No, sir. Do you know whose gun it was? No, sir.